Shalom. Yeah, this is like a it's gonna be a short video. It's like a little seed planter, or what our brothers in GMS like to call a quick hit. Uh, we just gonna I'm just gonna talk about um, just the difference between the true church of Yahweh Shem Shai and this wicked ass Christian church. Real quick. Okay. You know, these churches, the Christian churches, follows a 501c3 charter. You know, which makes the Christian church a church of Baal, or a church of Satan, basically. You know, or the devil. You know, they don't honor none of the high holy days that the Bible said to do. They don't keep none of our laws, statutes, commandments. Hell, they don't even believe in the whole Bible. They only believe in the New Testament. You know, so they don't keep none of the holy days, you know, or the law, you know, and they just believe in that New Testament. In the Old Testament, the only thing they get out of the Old Testament, they go back to the Old Testament. The only thing they believe in the Old Testament is tithing, you know, and if you're going to do away with the Old Testament, don't go back for something you can get personal gain off of. I mean, it's just crazy, you know. And that's all they believe in the Old Testament is tithing, you know. And that's when our people give up 10% of their substance, or you know, or they you know, of their personal assets, their crops or whatever. You know, basically food is what the scripture said, you know, that was given. And it was never money. It was always once a year. You know, the same time at the beginning of the year, and this was done. Like I said, it was done once a year. They don't believe in none of the laws of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, even the Messiah told them to keep the law. It said keep the law, statutes, and commandments. You know, if I'm not mistaken, it's Matthew 5:17. It tells you, you know, he didn't come to destroy the law of the prophets. You know. And he said he came to fulfill. If you fulfill something, you do it. If I go and fulfill the task of completing the job application, means I went and did that, right? So if he came to fulfill the law, that means he came to also do the law, which he did. He kept the law. He kept it perfect, better than anyone, as a matter of fact. You know, so he said to keep the law of Moses. You know. And they don't, because they don't fear Yahweh Shem Yahushua. They don't fear the Most High. You know, they do not fear him. And that's the whole duty of man. The scriptures tell you that's the whole duty of man, is to fear Yahweh and keep the commandments, right? Yeah. They don't even do that, you know. And what they did was they took this white painted image and they named it Jesus. And then the image is technically the image of the Pope's son, Cesare Borgia, or they call him Caesar Borgia. That's one of the wicked ass Pope sons back in the day. So what they did is they engineered all of this for a reason, to push white supremacy. This is the way to keep us down. Once they separated us and broke us and we was destroyed, they used that image of white supremacy to look up to white people as they gods, and they're not. We're the gods, you know. And like they said, they made them God, you know. And these churches, they follow this shit. They follow it all day, you know. But hold on, I'm gonna go to Revelations 1. I think it's Revelations 1:15. Let me see. I think it's Revelations 1:13 through 15. It may be. Let me see. Yeah, because it tells you what the Messiah actually looked like. You know, it tells you what he looked like, and people think that he really, that the Messiah really looked it like This damn white man that they didn't paint this picture of. Now I'm going to give you the description from John the Revelator. Okay? Now I'm in Revelations. This is Revelations chapter 1. And I'm going to start at 12. And it says, "And I turned to see the voice that spake with me. And being turned, I saw the 7 golden candlesticks. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man." So he's telling you, he saw the image of the Messiah sitting between 7 candlesticks, right? Okay, I'm going to continue. It said, "Clothed with a garment down to the foot." So this is like what I got on right now. This is a garment. Down to the foot. And that's where my garment goes, down to my foot. And he had and it says, and a girdle about the paps with a golden girdle. So he had like what we would call right now a belt or something to separate the top from the bottom. Okay, so it said his head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow. So he had a woolly texture of hair, like us, like Negroes. His hair was woolly, like nappy, and his hair was white as snow. That means he had all gray hair. Okay? Now, and it says his eyes were a flame of fire. Okay? We know the scriptures. We know that the Messiah drank a lot of wine. And it says that his eyes were red with wine and his teeth white with milk. So he drank a lot of wine. So his eyes were always red. When you see people today that you call alcoholics or wine heads, when they be high off that wine, their eyes be red, right? And this is how his eyes were. And it says his eyes were as a flame of fire. A flame of fire is red, right? Okay. And they say, and his feet like unto fine brass. We know brass is brown, right? Yeah, brass is brown. Okay, now we're going to go a little bit further with the brown. It said, as if they burned in a furnace. Okay, now, if you take that brown and you burn it in a furnace, but you know what? We ain't got to take the brown. If you burn anything, what color is it going to turn? Just try it. Get you a lighter, a cigarette lighter, match, anything, and just burn something. I don't care what color it is. Take some of every color and burn it. It's going to turn black. So as if it burned in the furnace means he was black. Okay, now let's go back to this white image. This image that white America pushes out of the Messiah. And they took that image and made this image not just the Messiah, they made him God. They made him God. They didn't just make him. He even tell you in the Bible that he is not God. He's like, I am not the Father. He's like, I was sent by the Father. But Christians don't want to hear that because they have put this white supremacy has been planted in their fucking head to the point where they not getting the truth of the scriptures. They don't even, like I said, they don't even honor the whole Bible. They only read the New Testament, okay? And the only thing they said the Old Testament is passed away. Okay? If the Old Testament, if the Old Testament was passed away, then don't take your ass back to get no tithes, because that's what's in the Old Testament, tithing. Tithing ain't in the New Testament. Okay? So that's just it's just a way to control through religion. Okay? The Bible is not religion. The Most High say he hate religion. So this image that they pushing on you, this white image of a white man named Jesus, that is not the Messiah. They said, okay, just compare it. The white image of Jesus, he's white, he's got red skin, white skin, whatever you want to call it, blonde hair, blue eyes. Okay? What the image we just read? This man's skin was black, as if it burned in the furnace, right? This man's hair was nappy, not straight and blonde like a damn surfer boy. This is nappy hair, a nappy texture of hair, and it was snow white. Okay? And his eyes were red. Every time he seen them, because what he did was drink a lot of wine. That's what the Messiah did. He drank wine, talked shit, and put people in their place, and they hated them, and they killed them for it. Okay? What shit niggas do every day. Our people, black folks, excuse my expression, niggas, but this is what they do every day. Can't nobody check you harder than a black man or a black woman. They will check your ass, and you will, when they get through checking your ass, you're going to feel some type of way. Yeah, and that's what he did. That's exactly what he did. And they killed him for it. You know? He called out all of their iniquities. He called them out on their shit like I'm calling them out on their shit right now. Okay? Ain't no fucking white Jesus. That's that name Jesus alone. Come on, man. The J didn't even come out until the 1600s. Actually, when it came out, if you go to the King James 1611 edition, you look at the top of the page where the pages are numbered, you'll see J's in them numbers. Because they didn't know how to use it. They was using it as a Roman goddamn numeral, basically. They was using the J as a number first. And then they started using it as the language evolved into Aramaic and Latin and English, and they start using it like that then. Okay? Now, we have a Messiah. A lot of people got to get this understood. The Messiah, the Christian church do not honor the Bible. You know, no, he wasn't a drunk. He wasn't a drunk. I didn't say he was drunk. I said he drank wine. He didn't drink till he was drunk. If you smoke a blunt and just smoke one blunt, you ain't gonna be toe off, but your eyes might be a little red, you know. If you take a shot of liquor, your eyes will turn red because you're intoxicated, but you're not drunk. It's a big difference. Okay, now back to what I was saying. Now, we have a Messiah. Our Messiah is in the Bible. Okay? He's our own brethren. He's not no fucking white boy. His name ain't Jesus. His name is Yahweh Shai. He is named after the Father, Yahweh. And we are the people that's called out his name, which is Yahweh, which means what we call today the Jews, or, you know, that's us. That's us. Okay? You got to get this image. You got to let the church go. Got to let them go. Because what they're doing right, everything they're doing is wicked. They're keeping no laws. It's not supposed, if they kept the law, it ain't supposed to be one motherfucker walking to church without a beard on their face. It shouldn't be one female coming to goddamn church with some goddamn leggings and pants and shit on. Because you ain't supposed to wear that shit. Everybody should be eating their diet should be according to Leviticus. You know? We should be keeping the law, statutes, commandments to the best of our ability. Will we fuck up? Will we go astray? Yeah. But at the end of the day, what makes you wicked and what makes you righteous ain't that if you fuck up. But if you fuck up and you like fucking up and you embrace that fuck up, that's when you become wicked. Okay? Because you make a mistake don't make you bad. You know? It said the just man fallen 7 times. That means you're gonna keep making mistakes. But when you try to do better each time you make that mistake, or you repent after that, and you try to do better, that's what makes the difference. So when it comes down to these Christian churches, they're through. The Hebrew Israelite movement has killed the Christian church. Okay, we unveiled the lies. Now it's up to you. It's up to you whether you want to go back into the matrix or you want to wake the fuck up. Okay, I mean, it's up to you. Because our only job is to tell you. You know, just read the story about the watchman on the wall. It'll tell you. Our job is to warn you of the pending danger. If you do not take heed, that's your ass. I'll save my soul because the Most High raised me up to warn you guys. Because I have an understanding of the scriptures. Because that understanding was given to me by Yahweh Shem Yahushua. I've been reading the Bible all my life and didn't know shit about it. Didn't understand nothing. Until that understanding was given to me through the Spirit of the Most High. I was able to understand the words. I used to be like, it's confusing. I don't get it. Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know. But a lot of people think you could just open a book and read it and it's going to be all good. But it don't work that way. You had to read it line upon line, precept upon precept, here a little and there a little. So that means you can't read it like a regular book. You got to read it, and you got to put the pieces of the Bible that concerns your topic together, as it corresponds with it. Like I might talk about the destruction of Esau. I can find it in a lot of different books. That's how you know it's true. That's how you know who Esau is. We know Esau is the motherfucking so-called white man. We know that Jacob is the so-called Native Indians, Hispanics, and the so-called blacks. We know that because we're all under the curses. We're the only ones suffering the curse. We're the only one need to be saved. What do white people need to be saved for? Saved from what? From their reign of terror? These are motherfuckers. The world was placed in the hands of the wicked. The scriptures say this. Now, who the fuck control the planet? The white man. They got their foot in everybody's back. And now, you got these different white civilizations that rose up, and they're against each other now. Look at Russia. Look at Europe. Look at America. All these are fucking Edomites. They're up against each other. They're going to go to war. The scriptures say, a nation divided cannot stand. And them motherfuckers will not stand. We're in the last days, man. Just know that Jesus that y'all worshiping is not the Messiah. His name ain't Jesus. I've already showed you that the J didn't even exist in his day. The sound didn't even exist. I've showed you that they don't keep the law. They've already told you that the law was did away with. By who? Not by the Messiah. The Messiah say, keep the law. Go read Matthew 5:17. Okay? It'll tell you that. And it'll also tell you that anybody who tell you that the law done away with, they're going to be called least in the kingdom. So don't follow them. Don't listen to that shit. Don't give these churches your money. All you doing, when any of y'all that go to church, when y'all go to church, ask your pastor, before you give him your tithe, ask that wicked pork chop motherfucker, slick ride motherfucker, ask him how he finna get that money to the Most High. Ask him, is you gonna money grab it? Is you gonna Western Union it to the Most? Is you gonna Walmart the motherfucking money to the Most High? No, you're not. That money going in his pocket. His pocket. And he gonna keep pimping you for that money. He's taking money from people who don't have shit. Who's hoping for salvation. Blindly seeking. Y'all gotta let the religion go. Same thing with the Muslim shit. Y'all gotta let that religion go, man. What I just told you, what I just preached to you guys just a minute ago is enough for you to turn away from the Christian church, man, and seek the Bible. The Bible is the truth. And I know it's only one Bible that you're going to get the truth from. And that's the King James Bible or the King James 1611 Bible. Not the New King James, not the NIV, not the Amplified version, not all that other bullshit Esau made to throw y'all out because they all is saying shit contrary to the King James. King James said the white man, this so-called white man, is Esau, and he is the Most High hate him. Okay? In their Bibles, God loves everybody. He said he hated Esau. Okay, so you better not come over here. So basically what I want to do is I just want y'all to open your eyes. I just want y'all to open your eyes. Come on. Come on. You just want to be in my video. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay, tell them you're going to go to school.
I'm going to school.
Say shalom.
Hello.
Okay. Now, yeah, that's my daughter. She always trying to get in my video. But anyway, man, turn away from religion. Turn away from the church. Seek the Bible. You don't need to fellowship with them. The scriptures say fellowship with like-minded people. If a person don't believe in the whole Bible, fuck them. All that old religious shit. Oh, he cussed. Fuck that. You better look in the scriptures. It tell you the Messiah, the disciples, they cuss, flip tables, all type of shit. Ain't nothing wrong. That's just a expression of feeling or of emotion. When I was like, man, look at this bitch, pussy motherfucker. That's just a show of emotion. It's not saying. It's not a bad thing. It's no different than you saying. Now that was uncalled for. Ain't that a bitch? I mean, stop it. I mean, keep the law, statutes, commandments. That's not in the law. The scriptures say, where there is no law, there is no transgression. So if you're not breaking the law, you're not doing nothing wrong. Okay? So with that, man, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to y'all by Shem Yahushua. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well indeed. And I'd like to give honors to Akim. That's all of you out there that's pushing this truth from sincerity to the four corners. Whether you Great Millstone, whether you Sakari, I don't give a fuck what camp you in, man. Keep pushing the truth, man. We almost up out this motherfucker, man. And, man, just try to open up as many eyes as possible. We might have differences on doctrine, but in reality, I do know this: the elect will flock to the truth, even if they brought into that's right, cry loud, spare not, cry loud, spare not. But what I do know is the elect will only flock to the truth, even if they came in through a false prophet or people teaching. The seed that's planted is all they need is to wake up and bring remembrance to the spirit and ultimately the flesh. So all you got to do, man, I know eventually that the truth will bring you to the truth. You know, if you come to the truth under a false camp or people who teaching half truths, eventually your spirit is going to lead you away from them to the truth. So that's why I say, I don't care what camp you listen to. If you the elect, that's all I'm concerned with. I'm not concerned with the 2/3. I'm concerned with the elect. If you the elect, you're going to flock to the truth. So with that, I just want to give all praise, honor, and glory, y'all, about Shem Yahushua. Again, double honors to the apostles, a Great Millstone who rule well. And I also like to give honors to the Akim that's out pushing his truth and sincerity to the four corners. And I like to give a special shout out to GMS Kansas City. Them brothers out there doing their thing. GMS Atlanta. GMS Philly. Y'all guys out there doing their thing. So, shalom.